Hello everybody, this is Peter the Rock. It's Saturday the 13th of January and it's a continuation of my stroll along the Grand Union Canal heading north. I'm quite close to Harefield now. There are a lot of boats, narrow boats, all sorts of types of boats moored up on the other side of the canal. There's a helicopter going overhead. Maybe just see it up there. We've all seen what a helicopter is. And I used to walk along the canal in the summer, and regularly about 5:30, 6 o'clock, there'd be a helicopter crossing the canal heading west, and it was a big red one. And I used to imagine, oh, that's Richard Branson going home, but I mean, I have no idea really. But I imagine he probably travels around a bit by helicopter. Who knows? Up there is a pub called the Orchard. The Old Orchard hasn't always been called that, but they do decent meals, and there's a huge garden for people to have a drink or a meal. This boat opposite me, narrow boat, is distinguished by its slanting windows. I think it's been there for quite a while. Presume it moves now and then. I just don't know. I just don't know. That ought to be my catchphrase. That would delight some of my critics. Anyway, the canal, as you can see, is beautifully smooth, mirror-like. It's very pleasant. A mild day in the middle of winter, January the 13th. You can't get much nearer the middle of winter than today's date. And already the days are getting longer. Now it's about 4 o'clock. In fact, it's gone 4 o'clock. And a couple of weeks ago it would be dark by now, but we've got daylight until 4:30 already. As you know, as you may know or may not be interested in, the amount of daylight and darkness obeys a sine curve, for those mathematically inclined, of which there will be a few, not many. But this is a very beautiful part of the canal, I think, because there's a lovely house opposite with a nice garden. In the summer there are flowers all over the place. They've taken a lot of care to look after the place. I don't know the owners, I know nothing about the house. It's just beautiful to look at. And perhaps more interestingly, we're coming up to a footbridge across the canal with an arch. I like arches, I'm interested in arches. Now this arch doesn't look, well, it could be a part of a circle, an arc of a circle, the top bit, with the side bits semi-vertical, different radii. It's probably a 2 radii arch. Anyway, my previous video I showed the previous bridge, which was 179. This, remarkably, is bridge number 178. It says 178, and it's above a lock, and there's a sign here: take extra care, caution, narrow path, cyclist dismount. Yes, that would be disastrous to meet a cyclist coming the other way. Probably more for the cyclist than for me. Blenheim Angling Society. Blenheim? Isn't that the place where Churchill was born or brought up? Don't quite know why that's there. Visitor information. Welcome to your local canal. 2,000 miles. Fight plastic. Please be thoughtful when using our towpaths, etc. For charity, give us some money, that sort of thing. This is Blackjack's Mill. I imagine as the water drops quite a bit, looks like it drops about, oh, I'd say a good 6 feet. Somewhere to the side of it, there is a weir, and there is a weir. Where there's a weir, there's a way. Blackjack's Mill, still called Blackjack's Mill. I was just wondering if they changed it into a tea room or a hotel. It seems to be open sometimes. Ice cream, traditional ice cream, Blackjack's Mill, but it doesn't seem to be open now. There's a chap there tugging a donkey up a hill. Don't know what that means, but it's a bit different. So there we are. We're nearer to Harefield now than we are to Moorhall Road in the south, where HS2, near where HS2 is crossing. This is an interesting girder bridge. Reminds me of Meccano. Meccano used to be an expensive toy when I was a kid, so I never really had any. But my uncle Tim did, and he kept it all greased up in the attic, and he's long since passed. And I don't know what happened to it, but it's a great tool for kids. I love construction kits, really, because it's educational and rewarding. You actually achieve something by putting something together. Be more into construction than doing jigsaws, but we're all different. Opposite, there's a house, almost a gatehouse, with a funny sort of little bit at the top, almost as if it was once thatched and is thatched no more. Looking back, there's the bridge, there's the canal. It's Saturday, the 13th of January, Peter the Rock. Thanks a lot for watching. Like and subscribe. Cheers.